Hello, this is Roxanne Lady and welcome to my website. This is the second vlog and today I'm gonna go and talk about what's been happening in general, but mostly about the video that I created for the Fortnite Blockbuster competition called True Heroes and Villains Play Together. That video was not planned. I was planning to do a surfing or skimboarding video instead, but as I was online, my dear friend Grandorian came out with the idea, because he's seen it somewhere, that there's a competition in Fortnite where you have to create a video and the winners get the free V-Bucks and things like that. Well, honestly, I haven't got a clue whether I got a chance or not, but it seemed like a really good idea just to create the video for a laugh, really, and see where we go, what I can do, because I love video editing. This is the uttermost, the most thrilling thing about YouTubing is actually making the videos. And at first I had a plan of doing something like two heroes meet on a roof, have a dance competition, and the third one will just bam bam bam, or the villain will just appear and shoot them bam bam bam, both dead. Right, but that doesn't really sound appealing if you think about it. You don't really want the villains and superheroes dead. So Grandorian goes like, right, why don't we do the jump pad, the fairground ride? And I'm like, okay, what's in your mind? So he's like, well, you drive down on your trolley, you hit the jump pad, any other one. It's like a chain reaction. It's like gonna be really fun. And I thought, oh yeah, okay, sure enough, why not? Let's do that. What's the worst thing can happen? And as we started doing it, it started kind of taking shape and things. And I thought, oh yeah, that would be a really good thing for the video. I got to know about it on 8th of July, which was on Sunday, and the deadline was 11th of July, so I had to do something really quick. And yeah, so what we started doing then, we started playing in the sandbox version or whatever it was. You can play for an hour, there are no enemies other than you and whoever you go in with, and you can build, you can shoot, you can do whatever you like. So I thought that would be a really great thing to do. So we went in there, we found the hill with the trolleys, we started building and things. But believe me or not, despite the fact there are like many llamas around, finding the jump pads was actually a really difficult thing to do. So by the time we found all the jump pads and I gathered the wood and started building and things, it was already half an hour gone. And what can you do within half an hour? You need to kind of work out where your jump is and where the other one goes to make a nice chain reaction. And yeah, so that took time. So we spent a whole hour and we did not go anywhere. Absolutely none at all. So we tried another hour right after that. And this time we decided that I'm going to be the one who's testing and he's going to be the one who's building, right? So I went off finding all the launch pads and everything like that, and the trolleys, and Grandorian went off, gathered wood and got like basic jump pads and went up the hill and started building. So by the time I finished finding my things, it was already once again, half an hour gone. We got a few jump pads going and we were testing things out and it went all right. It's just once again, we've run out of time. So we both decided that we need a third person there, because otherwise we won't be able to do it, because we need one person who's building, one person who's testing, and one person who's gathering the materials whilst the two of the other people would kind of try and test it and make it, right? So we got a good friend Steak into the game and he was running around finding the jump pads. He did a really good job. So we put it all together. We built a nice ride there. We truly did. Steak was goofing off. I was trying to do the jumps, and Grandorian, of course, he was building all of his might. And despite the fact there was one finding all the bits, one testing and one building, we still ran out of time. We were planning to do, at the bottom, we were planning to do the floor of traps. So when we go and do our little bouncy bits there and fall off the whole ride, we would land into the traps. Then we all be dead in like seconds. But things go wrong when you do that. And I ended up missing those pads on the bottom twice. Then the storm came and that was it. So I had what I had. We spent 3 hours on it and I was like, okay, I need to make a video out of this. So what to do? So I had 3 hours of gameplay, and the video had to be filmed in a replay mode using all sorts of cameras and things. So I went through the last one where there was 3 of us together. Like, I went through all of that whole hour of recording or gameplay, the whole hour of gameplay. I went through that, picked up the best bits, did some camera work on it, put it all in a computer. There's like loads of different kind of bits and files and things. I have like seriously like 4 gigs worth of gameplay in there with different variations, different everything. And then I sat in front of the computer then thinking, where do I start? This is terrible. I don't even know what the storyline is. I had kind of in my head, I had this kind of scenario where the heroes and the villains, when they get together after a battle, they are not enemies anymore. They are mates who go and have a pint after work and forget all the good and bad stuff and just enjoy the company. And then the next day when they're battling again, obviously against each other. So that was the main scheme, but where do you start it? So as I went through the replays that I've recorded, I found this really, really good shot of Grandorian standing there on a platform playing guitar. And I thought, wow, that is a great starting point. I'm going to use that. So I thought, okay, that's the first bit, but we need an intro to that. What should I do? So I thought, oh yeah, so let's start with the first screen where you don't see the faces, you don't know what's happening, you don't know what's going to happen. So I thought the best moment that sums everything up in that upcoming video would be a rolling wheel of a shopping cart or a trolley. It took me a while to re-record everything again on a gameplay and take this kind of a side shot of the rolling cart so I can get a nice picture of the cartwheel rolling on the ground. So sure enough, I got that done really nicely. And then I thought, okay, when we have a wheel, we might as well put some feet running really quickly, right? That gives emotion, the feeling of motion where they're running to the scene, like 3 different directions, 3 heroes and villains, or 2 heroes, 2 villains and 1 hero. And they run to the scene and you don't know what's going to happen next. So I put that scene in there. And then I thought, because it's mostly building, then obviously Omen must be the one who's the next one in scene. And as for every comic set, every hero, every superhero, they always have these pictures of like the divided squares where they see the major heroes kind of popping up and they're like, right, this is it. This hero, and that villain, oh, that villain, and they're together and they are now gonna tell you the story. Easier said than done. I spent like good hour doing that little bit where those 3 squares appeared on the screen and then poof, disappeared into nothing. And I was planning to make them in funny shapes as well, but I was really pressed in time. To be honest, I only had Monday, the 9th of July to do that. That was the whole day for me to do that. So I started editing at 10 o'clock in the morning and I finished 4 a.m. in the morning, Tuesday morning. So it took me literally 18 hours to edit that 3-minute video. So I thought, yeah, it would be really nice adding that if you can see all of those 3 heroes here popping in and popping up. Whack. I used all of the game sounds, game music, so that wouldn't be any copyright issues there or anything. So yeah, all of these crashes, bangs, everything is actually from the game and from the gameplay we played right there. The heroes in there were, I thought, I make it simple. Right? I make it simple by making the heroes' characters like we were. So Carbide and Omega would be fighting for the jump and fun bit there because they're enemies. They're like against each other, aren't they? One of them is villain, the other one is a hero. And so they would be playing together but separately. And Omen would be the one in the background who's secretly controlling the situation, really. And since Carbide and Omega are the enemies against each other, I figured that when it comes to gameplay after the battles, they finally come to terms and become friends and learn how to work together. Not necessarily liking each other, but working and having fun together. When all 3 of us are in the screen and then puffed out, I thought, wow, it would be great to add the broken sky behind it so it's like a cracks open the sky, and then I filmed down onto the Omen and zoomed out turned around, and sure enough, there was Steak with Omega just coming down on the cart. It was like a perfect moment, absolutely perfect moment. And I thought, that's it. That's the beginning of the video. So the next obvious thing would have been to show them both climbing up that tall hill, getting ready, and doing their separate jumps. And the jumps there on a bounce pads, on a jump pad, are actually absolutely thrilling. You should go and try it out. So yeah, we were slowly but surely gathering the material. So the Carbide would be the pro kart driver. He would go up, would go down, do the bounce and things like that. Omega then would go after Carbide and do his best to control it, but he's not really interested in kart driving as such. He's more interested in partying, you know, it's after the work, you don't need to work anymore. And Omen, of course, watching and having a giggle, how those two are fighting and then becoming friends again. Like we were there, three of us. I was jumping as Steak was goofing off, and Grandorian was building up with all of his might. And then I thought it would be really perfect moment where Carbide and Omega would meet right at the top of jump pad entry and kind of come to terms. Carbide would go running upstairs. He goes like, whoa, what's that? There's an Omega in front of me. What does he want? Does he want to fight me? Does he want to do something? This is scary. Like, there's a bit of a scary moment. They're going like, whoa, wait a moment. And then Carbide would kind of go run past Omega and look at him going like, what's happening? Because as you notice in a game, they can't talk. And they never will talk, okay? It's silent communication, right? So the Carbide would go in front of Omega and go like, what do you want? And since Omega's already in trolley, goes like, I'm partying, yeah! Woo! Woo! Let's do this, let's do that! And then Carbide kind of goes like, oh, he wants to play. He wants to play together, so it's great. So now, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do the infinite dab. Yeah? To which Omega or Steak kind of went along with it and started dabbing too. So it was like a really nice thing to happen that we both were kind of dabbing. And then I ran behind the trolley and started pushing it while Steak went into the other game mode. And we went down a hill and we went onto the jump pads and things were like the bouncing from one pad to the other. So yeah, it was absolutely thrilling. So to put that into that very moment, that the most important thing that the Omega and Carbide actually came to common terms, agreed in terms, and went to have fun together. Then, of course, mix it up with the Omen playing the guitar, because after all, I use the Groove Jam music, which is the most positive one of them there. Plus, it's infinite, isn't it? And every single move in the movie absolutely perfectly fits into this music. So, of course, we could see Omen playing the guitar in between, those two jumping, doing all sorts of tricks. And I want to kind of give as much of the jump bit as possible. And to finish off the video wasn't too difficult at all, because I thought it would be perfect if I could kind of show the Omen running across the platform and then zoom out the furthest I can to actually show how big it is, how big of a project we went for. It was huge. Bearing in mind, we were on a hill, on a tiny hill where those many little carts there, like 4 or 5 carts, you've probably seen it. You have quite a few birch trees growing around. The carts are in the middle there, and then you have sort of ski slopes on 3 different directions. And all of that entertainment we were doing was built on top of that mountain there. So it was really overstretching, overlooking to all of the map. And if you look at the video, you can actually see all of it. All of the season 4 map, like all around 360, pretty much. Maybe there are a couple of areas you can't see because, well, you can only film so much when you do the filming because you need to film the characters rather than the surroundings. But it came out so well. So I thought, okay, we'll do this. So I zoomed into Omen and it was kind of running across the platform. I kept the camera still. And then as he got to the end, I zoomed out as far as I could. Right, and how do you put it into the video? Because if I put all of it in the video, instead of 3 minutes long, it would have been 15 minutes long because it was a long time it took me to zoom out. And then I figured, right, why don't we do the zooming and out into the music? So I zoomed out some of the bits to 2000%, which is a lot, trust me, it's really, really fast. And you can see Omen kind of running back and forth on the jump pad ledge there. And because the sky was so perfect and orange, it kind of looked like evening. So we started in the morning, finished in the evening, everything was fine. It was a groove jam, and the heroes and the villains were playing together really nicely. And when I was thinking of the headline for this video, it was quite easy, to be fair. Because if you think about it, heroes and villains, they fight each other all the time. When you go in a game, you fight each other. In the movies, in a comic, they always fight each other. Now, get the situation where the fight is over, the battle is over, you have some free time, right? And even the worst of the enemies, true enemies, never keep grudges. They don't have to, because, okay, the battle's over. And they meet up, they get on fine, they don't want to fight because it's their time off, really. Their job is to fight against each other, and once the job is over, they will be coming together and having a few drinks and taking a car to the ride and, going to the party and having fun. That was the whole idea behind this video. To make this video, it took me about 18 hours, literally, and I had about half an hour break in between. And I did not understand where the time went. It was 5 o'clock, I had something to eat, and then suddenly it was 10 o'clock, then 11 o'clock at night, and I was like, wow, time has gone fast. And I absolutely loved making it. And of course, finishing off the floors, like getting it into music, speeding some things up, slowing some things down, just to get it perfectly in tune into the Groove Jam music. And it was it was a great party to make this video. So yeah, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do watch again. This is my second vlog. I tried to make this website better as I go. At the moment, I'm trying to work on YouTube appearance. I have put up this really nice yellow banner with my face on it with those headphones and things, and some of this Twitter website references as well, so that it's kind of a reminder that, I'm active like in many places, which takes a lot of time. And then I'm also working on the new channel guide video. To be completely honest with you, I already had it filmed and I was already doing it. And then I realized after this Fortnite video that I need to change it a bit, because it's not gonna be what I wanted to say. Because let's face it, lately my videos have been coming out on Tuesdays and Fridays rather than Mondays and Thursdays. And the reason for that is, over the weekend I tend to work, and Monday I'm fixing the errors. Or things happen over the weekend and I can't work, and then I work on Mondays. And that means the videos are bound to come out on Tuesdays, and because the Monday video comes out on Tuesday, then the next video will not be out until like late Thursday or Friday morning, unless I have it prepped before. So yeah, I think I'm gonna continue doing the videos twice a week on Tuesdays and Fridays. And because the Fortnite Groove Jam video was really good, I'm thinking of doing more of those things. Yeah, that would be a really nice thing to do, wouldn't it? Because I love doing it. It's just, it takes an awful long time for such a short video to be perfect. So maybe I will find golden middle where it's not that perfect, but I still get the things good. Yeah, that would be great. So yeah, I'm hoping to do that. And the next one obviously will be the channel guide video, which I'm trying to figure out at the moment what's gonna happen. Because yeah, those mobile games are great. Fortnite is great, but there's also Destiny 2. They have an update in September. I don't know what to do about that. Legend of the Exotic Engram, I am trying, but it is difficult to get the team together. Plus, fixing those things together is a bit like the Groove Jam video. I need to kind of put sections of the video together, and putting it together is not a problem. Just finding those bits in the long run of filming, that's what the problem is usually. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little long video now. I think it's quite long now. I hope you enjoyed it. I will try to make one soon about the Pokemon Quest video that I posted today. Maybe tomorrow, maybe later. I will see how I have time, because as I said, I need to do a channel guide as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment. I think there's an option for comments here in this vlog sector. You can actually comment underneath. Yeah, and let me know what you think. And thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.